Hey, this is Guillaume from Somari. Today I want to show you a new feature called security plan validation. The idea is that when context changes and you need to reflect those changes in your security plan, you want those changes to be reviewed and approved by some people in your organization. So now Somari allows you to do this. So I'm going to show you how this goes. This video is a bit longer than the usual because this feature is a little bit more complex, so please bear with me. So let me show you how this works. Now we're logged in as Abdullah. He's a staff member based in Kaya, and which means that he obviously has access to the security plan of Kaya. He can browse all the different elements, but he cannot update them. He's only read only, let's say. So we want to update the security plan. So that is done by another person called Thomas, who is the field coordinator. Thomas is in charge of security in Kaya, so he has access to the security plan and he can also modify it. Specifically, when he gets to the security plan page, he can see additional details about the plan. Now, what he wants to do is create a new draft of this plan and apply modifications and send them for approval to his colleagues. So he does this by going to the status page here, creates a new draft. This draft is basically a copy of the current plan. He will now apply the requested modifications. So I'm going to do two quick modifications here. Let's say perception of NGOs is changing because the government is being a bit more aggressive about them, also for media. And then we're going to add a new threat that we've identified. Let's say power. I'm just going to quickly fill this in so we can see the differences between the two plans. One that we're currently building, which is a draft, and the one that's published. I'm going to add some measures to this and then update the residual level, right? So now we have updated our security level information and our risk assessment, right? That's updated, but it's only in draft, so it's not published. If I go back to our friend Abdullah, he doesn't see these modifications, right? For him, the perception here is still level 2, right? And likewise, the risk assessment has only 6 measures, right? Not 7. So if I go back to Thomas, he's made the modifications. He feels confident about them. So now he is going to want to submit them for review. So easy, he clicks that button and then he gets a window telling him who is going to be reviewing the plan and asking him for some context on the modifications that he has done. So I'm just going to copy paste the text that I have here, right, regarding the position of the government on NGOs and social media. And now he has like the full let's say validation dashboard here for him, where he sees who will validate and whether they have or not. So we can see that ISA2 head of mission or Burkina will have to, and Guillaume as the desk manager, right? So I'm not going to log in as ISA2. Right, now I'm ISA2. I'm going to go to Burkina. I'm the country head of mission. So I have this extra banner here that gives me access to a validation dashboard where I can see all the plans of my sites and what is their status. So you can see Kaya has a plan, it expires soon, and I have a draft plan here in review. Waga likewise have a draft plan, but it's not been submitted yet for review. So someone is just working on the plan at the moment. On Kaya, I can see that I have 2 people expecting to validate, and none of them have done it yet. So it's 0 on 2, and I am one of these persons. I'm ISA2 right now. So I'm going to click here. And I arrive in my plan, right? My draft plan that's in review, and I can go and see the updates that were done, and I can also go back to the published plan if I want to see the difference between the two plans. Right now, I'm interested in the plan that's in review because I want to validate it. So let's say I've looked up the differences. I know what's going on. This looks good, so I'm going to submit my review of this plan, right? I'm going to copy paste something here. So it looks good for her. So she's going to approve. So the approval process works in a way that each person will validate the plan on its own time. There's no sequence specifically, and the plan gets published once everyone has validated. And so now ISA2 has validated, but we still have Guillaume pending validation, right? So let's go and log in as Guillaume. So now I'm Guillaume. I am the desk manager for West Africa. So I have a similar banner here at the top. I'm going to refresh the page here so you can see that now there is one plan in review for me. So I'm going to go to my dashboard and see what's going on. So I can see that my plan in review is here. One person out of two. I'm the last one who needs to validate this plan. And I can see what's going on with the rest of my plans, right? So here I can see that all the sites have draft plans, some have published plans, and this one is in review. So I'm going to go here. Just like I said too, as country manager, I can go to the plan, browse, see what's going on, and confirm that this is good or not. Once I have done that, I'm going to go to the status board here for my plan and submit my review. I'm a little bit more critical than ISA2, let's say, and I'm going to say that this is fine, but we need to add one specific measure here to one of the risk assessment. So I'm going to request changes to the plan. I'm going to submit those claims. So that review, right? So my review has been submitted. We can see that it shows clearly that changes were requested. So now someone has to make those updates. So if we go back to being Thomas, the field coordinator, right? He can see as well that Guillaume has not accepted the updates, and there's some changes requested. So he can go to the plan in review and update the risk assessment. And here we're asking him to add here on the burglary one, actually, the fact that we want to be more discreet with our premises, so do not identify the premises, because the government is being a little bit more aggressive against NGOs. So we're going to go with a low profile. Now that the plan is updated, he will inform Guillaume, the desk manager. So if Guillaume checks out now, we're with Guillaume now. So checks out the security, the risk assessment here. He will see that the measures have now on burglary, the fact that we don't want to identify the premises. Guillaume is happy, so he's going to go to the studies board here and say, okay, I'm going to submit another review and say, oh, good, thanks. And this time he's going to approve the plan. The plan now has been approved and has been published, right? So this is now what everyone will see when they go to Kaya. So if I go back to our friend Abdullah, that is just a staff member here, if he updates the plan, go to the first page, now you can see that we have another threat, right? Burglary. You can see that the do not identify premises appears, and all the other modifications were applied. So there you go. This is the new feature to validate plans. Let us know what you think.